Hey guys, it's Rory. So I kind of spaced, and I didn't actually forget to do my 2 week video. I just didn't really have time, or just kind of a few days went by, and I was like, oh shit, it's been over 2 weeks. So my official 2 weeks on T was Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Just gonna put it out there. Hi, this is Rory. 2 weeks on T. Need to start remembering to do that right at the beginning. Anyway, I'm kind of sick right now. I thought my voice was getting a little deeper. I thought I don't know, my throat was a little itchy, and I know that can kind of start at the beginning. I was like, oh, cool, my voice, my throat is itchy, which means things are happening in my throat with my voice. Then I got really sick, so I really just think it's I'm sick. We'll find out once I'm better. But maybe we won't, because it's going to take me about 2 weeks to get better. It's usually what happens when I get sick. It takes me about 2 weeks to get better. So within 2 weeks, I don't know, it'll be, a month and a week. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm expecting changes to happen sooner than they're actually going to happen, which I think everybody does. Things I have noticed. Sex drive increased. It's not that I'm horny all the time. It's that, in the past, before starting T, it would be something would turn me on, but it'd be oh, well, I have to go do this, or well, the sink is full, I should probably do the dishes, or I have this paper to write. And so I was able to tell myself no, it doesn't matter that you're horny. Yeah, this paper to write. Now it's something turns me on, and I'm we should take care of this right now. So it's not that I want sex more, it's that I allow myself to continue being turned on more. I don't know. We'll see how that develops. I've had some growth going on. Not a shit ton, but enough that I'm whoa, what's up, dude? How you doing? Really sensitive down there. Yeah. So that's cool. What else? I don't know. Last week I was really irritated, probably because I'm sick. So I'm not gonna say that was, because of T. I really don't think anything's really that different so far. Did my second shot last Friday. Gabby was in the room. She stayed in the room to watch, but the entire time went. So that was funny. Other than that, nothing really different. Gabby says she can tell that my shoulders are slightly wider. I'm not sure if I believe it or not. I've been noticing them more, out of the corner of my eye, but I think I'm just looking for things. I've always kind of had a hairy upper lip, but it's been a little bit darker than it should. Maybe you can't really see that. Kind of the same darkness as my arm hairs, so a little bit darker than peach fuzz, but not dark enough for it to look like a mustache. And it was always noticeable, and I used to be embarrassed by it. And then I was just I want this to be more. But so I kind of started shaving a little bit just to see what it felt like. And I noticed when it grew back sometime last week, I had one hair that was slightly darker than it normally would have been. Or maybe it's just because I'm shaving it, I'm noticing that it's I'm noticing how dark it actually is, because I wasn't really paying too much attention to it for a while there. So that could be something different. That could also be something that's not different. We'll find out. I've always had a few chin hairs. They just seem to be growing faster. I've got 3 really, really dark chin hairs that, grow in. I feel a little bit greasier, which could also be the shampoo I use. Gabby informed me that the shampoo that she buys, she gets from Lush. The specific one that she gets kind of strips your hair of oils, I guess more than it should, or just it strips it so much of oils that your body kind of overcompensates. So that could be why my hair seems to feel a little bit greasier. And then what else? My skin, my face is a little bit greasier. I've noticed I have a lot more blackheads up in here. I got a little pimple going on there. I've just got a lot more blackheads going on my nose, and I need to stop touching it. And then right around my hairline, I've noticed I get a little bit more acne going on, which could also be because my hair is greasier because of my shampoo. Could also be because my hair is greasier because of the tea. Who knows? Yeah, my hair looks horrible right now. I've been wearing a hat all day. So I can't for sure say that any of the things that I've noticed are because of tea, except the growth. Pretty sure that didn't just kind of happen on its own. And I don't know. This is my sick voice, so I don't know if I'm even gonna use that 3-week or that 2-week clip when I do my 1-year video, because it's kind of misleading. My voice sounds deeper than it should. Anything else? Nothing really else going on. I don't know. Gabby said she can see slight changes in my face. I don't see it. It's whatever. I became a little bit more dysphoric recently. Always had some general issues with down there, but lately I've just been like really not enjoying having those parts. What else? Oh, I almost completely forgot. My dad called me. So apparently, he was visiting my brother Mike when my brother Mike had texted me, pretty much bitching at me about how this is the wrong thing, and I think I did this in my last video. So anyway, my dad was there. So I guess he texted my mom, twice, which is crazy. They haven't talked in 4 years. And so for him to text her is pretty fucking big. She was the one who would text him bitching about us kids, and so for him to text her, like, he would never text back, and so for him to text her is like, whoa, like, obviously my dad has some problems going on. So I texted him and was like, yo, dude, mom said you texted her a few times with some concerns about me. If you have concerns, why don't you call me? So he called me yesterday, and that was dramatic. I ended up crying a lot, which people told me I wouldn't be able to cry once I started tea, but I've proven that to be wrong. I've cried 3 times since I started tea. And so he wasn't trying to be a jerk about it. Although he kept calling me a girl trying to be a boy. He's really, like, he just kind of expressed that he was really, really concerned that, you know, who's going to accept me, like, who is going to want to be in a relationship with me, which I don't think he realizes, like, I'm in a relationship with Gabby. I don't think he knows that I have a girlfriend. He should, because I've mentioned her, but who knows what he knows or thinks. So, I don't know, you're just like, who's going to accept you? You know, you gotta think about the future. What about your career? You're going to school. Don't you think that's too much on your plate? Why don't you wait 10 years? He, like, said wait, like, 10 years. I was like, fuck that. No, I'm not gonna wait 10 years. I'm not gonna get a stable career and then say, hey, guess what, I'm transitioning. I would rather start a job somewhere, legally male. It's not like they're gonna check my pants to make sure that I'm a guy, like, to make sure that I have what is considered normal male genitals. Like, he just doesn't get it. And he also didn't, like, understand that, like, so I don't know. I do know that transsexualism is classified, or transgender is classified as a medical condition. However, I believe that gender is a social construct. Not necessarily saying that I'm choosing to be transgender or I've chosen to be male. I have the unfortunate, I guess, experience of growing up in a female body with a male brain. So I had to explain that to him, and he really didn't get it. He was just like, wait, so it can be diagnosed by the DSM-4, I don't know what it is, pretty much just like the book of things that can be diagnosed. And I was like, yeah, like, my therapist had to diagnose me with gender dysphoria in order for me to get my prescription for testosterone. He tried to tell me, like, all that gender stuff is just political. Just like, no. Sorry that you're, extremely right wing and you can't understand this, because you're blinded. But no, and I also think you're a little behind the times, Dad. I think you should probably get with it. It's not just male and female. There are plenty of genders out there. Yeah. So the conversation just went really dramatically. He pretty much told me he's never gonna call me Rory. So that sucks, but I do think he'll come around eventually. He said it makes him sad, which is horrible. I've only seen my father cry once my entire life, and that was when my grandfather died. And to be honest, the conversation with him that I had yesterday was the longest conversation I've ever had with my father. 20-minute conversation. About 30 minutes, actually. It's the longest conversation I've ever had with my dad about anything. Normally it's school, work, money, the car, which actually, money for school. How much money am I making at work? Money itself. Can I afford my living situations? Blah, blah, blah. The car, how I'm paying for it. Our conversations have all revolved around that. Money. Me asking him for money, and him, trying to teach me how to do my taxes, or, be financially stable, or, independent. And so, I think, even though the conversation didn't go the way I'd like it to, I think it was good for us. He talked to me like I was an adult, which I am, but he addressed me as an adult. He didn't address me as a child like he normally does, so that's big. I think mostly he's just really worried about me. He's worried that I'm gonna, change my body physically, and that's gonna have adverse reactions, or, consequences in my future. And I tried to explain to him, dude, I either have some awkward conversations with doctors, which I'm pretty sure most doctors know about this shit, or I live my life a lie, living as a female, and I'm miserable. I will go for some awkward conversations with some doctors. I have no problem with that. He also was like, just, what if you're driving back home and you break down in Montana or South Dakota or something like that, and, people aren't as receptive to this issue as, maybe Portland's a really liberal place, and when you go somewhere else, you could be hurt. Well, Dad, give it a few months and I will be red as male almost 100% of the time, and, what are the chances someone's gonna be like, oh, let me check your genitals? No, it's not gonna happen. If anything, I'll be red as a gay boy, and if I get beat up, it'll be because I am red as a gay boy in Montana. So, the fuck? But I do understand his general concern as a father. I actually appreciate it. The fact that he's, concerned about this, and he's worried enough to call me and tell me. That's big. My relationship with my father is not the greatest, so it's not the worst either. We just don't communicate a lot, so yeah. So that's that. That's all that's been happening. 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Alright, cool. I think that's about it. I'll probably get you guys back on Friday, or actually probably not, because this will probably suffice for us on my 3-week. We'll see. I'll try to do it every Friday. I'll probably just do a 3-minute update on Friday, reiterating some of the changes. But yeah, hope everybody has a great hump day tomorrow. I'm gonna drink some beer and watch Avatar.